checkered flag just coming out for the NextEra Energy Resources 250, the first event of the 2009 season from Daytona International Speedway. And let's go to victory lane and Adam Alexander.
And not once, twice, not even 3 times, but 4 in a row at Speedway races. Todd Bodine has taken this 30 truck to victory lane, and the celebrations never get old. A Gatorade shower, and well-deserved. Uh-oh, he's doing his own little dance here in victory lane. You got no sponsor on this truck. You get penalized early in the race, but the same old result. Congratulations. Once again, you're celebrating at Daytona.
I can't believe it. It's incredible. I tell you, it's this truck right here. This thing will fly. You know, the whole race, I'm following guys. I'm under them, behind them, and they're all fighting their trucks, just bouncing all over. This thing was rock solid all night. Never pushed, never got loose. Unbelievable. I mean, I got to thank the fans for being in the grandstands, watching on TV. It's a great sport. We all love it. Thank you very much. Steve Germain's birthday. Got to say hey. Everybody back at home, hey.
How concerned were you when you had the pass-through penalty for dropping below the yellow line and passing?
I wasn't worried a bit. Not one bit. You know, especially when, you know, I knew if it went green, we were going to get lapped. There's no doubt about it. But when the 25 got up there, we were actually running times faster than the leaders. So I wasn't worried about it. I knew the caution to come out eventually, and it did, and worked in our favor.
Now, when you talk about momentum, winning at Daytona is a great way to start. What can that do to get this team going with no sponsor on this truck?
Well, that's the thing. It's a great deal for some corporation that wants to be in this sport. For a race team, Germain Racing, to come out and do this 2 years in a row, 4 speedways in a row, that's phenomenal. That speaks volumes for this team and what they can accomplish. And it's a great opportunity for some corporation. We're ready and able.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Todd Bodine with an amazing win, and what a streak, Ray.
And a second-place finish for Kyle Busch. But, Kyle, you were saying on the radio you wanted to be second with the white flag to go. Take us back and run through that last lap. Anything you'd do differently?
I've tried 2 years in a row to do something, and neither one of them have worked. So I'm an idiot when it comes to the last lap in these trucks. So just apologize to this team, you know, Billy Blue Motorsports team. They did a phenomenal job. And Mikasuki, Red Top, Toyota, and Triad, everybody that's helped us. And so, you know, going down the back, I got into Todd getting into turn 3, and it kind of shot him ahead, I guess. And, you know, I couldn't get my momentum built back up, and Terry wanted to get to my outside. So I just can't figure out when to make a move, because if I go before the last lap and I make a move, then everybody's just going to get overzealous behind me and go crazy and start wrecking and stuff. So I don't know what I can do different, but I've got to figure something out.
All right, Kyle Busch takes a second place home tonight for Billy Blue and the 51 team. Booth?
Well, an amazing finish once again. Actually, a carbon copy of a year ago. It was Todd Bodine that won, and Kyle Busch finished second a year ago, and it happens once again in 2009. Terry Cook, oh so close. A great run for J.R. Fitzpatrick coming in 4th. How about Timothy Peters? Didn't talk about him that much. He finishes in 6th tonight. Celebration, though, for Todd Bodine and the 32. 2009 season has been kicked off. Who will keep the momentum rolling when they go to California next week? That will be the big question. And who can bounce back after some of the hard hits that took place on the racetrack? One guy who has the momentum with him right now is Terry Cook, and he's with Ray.
And I said at the top of the show, 6 top 10s for Terry Cook, and he's been oh so close. And guess what? Welcome right back to the same old story.
That was fun tonight. I haven't had that much fun since Dodgem in junior high. That was just a great time out there. But I personally have to thank Danny Rollins, the crew chief, Jim Harris, Sherry Harris, for everybody to make this thing happen. This truck 2 weeks ago was a Dodge. We converted it from a Dodge to a Toyota. A lot of hard work went into this with all my guys the last couple weeks. I know a lot of people talk about all the guys back at the shop, but our guys really did put a lot of hours to make this thing happen. But, you know, to have Cajun Industries come on board, you can check them out at CajunUSA.com. Right the week before to run as strong as we did here. I truly, Ray, thought I was going to win that thing, and I think, in my opinion, I think Kyle went just a little bit too soon. He bump drafted Todd going into 3, got Todd up the track. Kyle got a little loose, had to check up, lost all of our momentum coming to the stripe, but this thing sucked up so well. I knew when they went double file coming to the stripe, it was going to be like a supercharger hooked up to this Toyota Tundra, and we were going by.
Congratulations. Another great run for Freak. Terry Cook finishes 3rd. Adam?
Team owner Kevin Buckler just congratulated rookie driver J.R. Fitzpatrick on a top 5 finish in your first ever trip to Daytona. I want to talk about getting those tires at the end of the race. A good call by Butch Hilton. How big was that on the final run?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a great truck. I mean, when we were leading there on old tires, it was surprisingly holding to the bottom really good. And, I mean, a lot of people to thank. I mean, the whole crew did an awesome job. The truck was driving beautifully. We had a good strategy at the end. It really helped. If we had a couple more laps, probably would have been real interesting. But, I mean, the PME motor pulled real good. I mean, all the guys just did fantastic. I'd like to thank Man Moot and TRG. This is awesome.
All right, and you go to October 2008, the biggest track JR had been on, a quarter mile. I think he's graduated, guys.
Definitely. If we take a look at our unofficial results, Todd Bodine, another win for Todd Bodine, and especially here at the Super Speedways. That makes 4 in a row for him at either Daytona or Talladega.
Remember when Timothy Peters said when we interviewed him before qualifying he might get a top 10 or maybe even a win, and he said it sheepishly, but he about did get it. He definitely got a top 10, and he had a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, how about Taylor Mawson? A top 10 finish there in that 81 Randy Moss Motorsports Toyota.
Randy Moss's birthday, by the way, today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Randy Moss.
I saw Randy Moss earlier.
TJ Bell gets an 11th place finish. Brian Scott overcame a lot of adversity to finish 12th.
My man Brian Silas got a solid top 20 finish. Avoided a couple of crashes. Now these guys weren't so fortunate to avoid the crashes. Rick Crawford, Jason White, Brett Raymer, all the way down. Many chances to get torn up tonight, and those guys couldn't avoid it.
Michael, what's the craziest thing you've done after a win?
Well, when
have you ever danced?
Did you ever do
Take a look at that.
I stood on my head at Bristol, but that was pretty cool. And then I did a tumble because I couldn't do a somersault.
You fell down, basically.
I'll tumble for you.
That was a celebration, obviously, in victory lane. Now, let's look back on this a bit. We had new rules that came into play. Do you think they affected the way the racing took place on the track?
You know, Phil, I don't think so. I think we saw everything that we hoped we would see. The competition was incredible. The pit road procedures, if they save the team money, they're not going to mess up the racing. The racing was as good as it's ever been.
And I like the fact that Kyle Busch said, I haven't figured out this last lap thing in a truck. Now, he knows how to do it in a car. He did not figure it out that second year in a row when he finished second. He said he made his move too quick. I think he's right. When he ran into Todd, that shot Todd forward enough that Kyle wasn't able to catch back up to him. If he'd have done that going in 1, he probably would have had enough time. It didn't work for him, and Todd wins for the 4th time in a row on a super speedway.
He might have thought, I'm going to give him a little bump here. It'll get him out of whack, and I'll be able to drive by him. But Todd did a great job, hung on to his truck, and just steamed away.
Kept that momentum running, and he ran it all the way to the start-finish line. The finish line for Todd Bodine, making it his 16th career win in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. And the celebration continuing for him. Congratulations all around as the adrenaline has come up to a peak. Remember, Bull Run, a sneak peek, will follow us right here on Speed. That premieres next week, but you get a sneak peek tonight. You want to make sure to stay tuned for it.
I'll tell you, Todd made a little bit of a bull run tonight, didn't he?
He did, and then he proved he's quite a dancer. He looked good in victory lane, prancing around.
Again, coming up next is Bull Run. The fans are starting to file out, but this kicks it off here at Daytona International Speedway. Great racing again for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series.
You got to come to California and see these dudes. It'll be just as intense out there.
What a great way to kick off a new relationship with Camping World as our new series sponsor.
And Todd's our first happy camper.
He is definitely the first happy camper of the 2009 season. It's underway. The Truck Series are running again in 2009, and the adrenaline level is going to climb all season long. Todd Bodine wins our first race here at Daytona.
The Advance Auto Parts Advanced Look. In 1 week, the Truck Series heads west. Will Chevy get its first Fontana win in 10 years, or will it be a rowdy repeat? Racing from California next week, live on Fox. And in 3 weeks, the trucks are back on speed with racing in Atlanta. Be there.